Hello everyone, today I am going to show you guys how to make this door in Revit. So let's start. Open new family template file of door. It already has some built-in references, so we don't have to start from zero. This text is kind of irritating, so I'm going to reduce its size. First of all, I am going to increase the thickness of wall. I'm going to make it a 9-inch wall, and then I'm going to add a parameter of frame plus wall thickness. Okay, so I am going to increase the size of wall opening to 2 feet 6 inches. This is a double door and its total width is going to be 5 feet. This I'm also going to reduce the text size in 3D. So I have selected the extrusion. Now I have set the reference plane to this frame and I have opened the interior elevation view and I am going to draw a elevation of frame. I have given the offset of 1 inches. I'm going to fillet these corners and close it down. I am giving the extrusion to wall plus frame thickness because as soon as I am going to change the thickness of wall, the frame thickness is automatically going to change. You can see that as soon as I am changing the thickness of wall, the frame is also changing its extrusion. Now I am going to join this frame to the outside frame so that it becomes one entity. Now I'm going to add some reference planes for the modeling of door panels. So I have added 2 horizontal planes, 2 vertical planes, and I am going to name them. I'm going to name these reference planes. Now I'm going to add dimensions to these reference planes. I am going to name this reference plane as the panel opening including frame thickness. And this dimension is going to be panel opening without frame thickness. As this door is symmetrical in design, so these parameters in left side are going to be the same as the right ones. Now I am going to add a formula that panel opening with frame is going to be 1 inches less than panel opening without frame, because the thickness of frame is always going to be 1 inches. So now I'm going to add some 2 reference lines for the doors. I'm going to assign this reference line the parameter of panel width, and this parameter is going to be a formula that it is going to be minus this is going to be 1/8 inches less in length than panel opening without frame, because if these two reference lines join together, it will cause an error. So I'm going to create a very minute thickness. Now select this align option and lock these reference planes at this point. Observe very carefully, select line, select reference plane, press tab button, click to point, lock the reference line. Repeat this process on this horizontal reference line plane as well. It is important to lock these two reference planes at this point so that this reference line can move easily between these two reference planes. Add the parameter of angle between these two reference lines and reference planes. It is important to add this angle parameter so that the panel can easily swing between these two reference planes. By adding an angle at this point, the reference line changes its position. But close both of these reference lines by adding an angle of 0 degree, and if you want to open it, you can add an angle of 90 degree or whatever, 45 degree or 60 degree or 30 degree, whatever you want. Go to interior elevation and add a perimeter of height. This height is going to be 1 inches less, as it does not have the width of frame included. So you have to add the formula in this data bar. Now go to 3D, select extrusion, set the reference plane to this and draw the plan of panel, a simple rectangle. Keep its thickness to 1 3/4 of an inch. Keep the extrusion to the height so that if you change the height, the height of panel changes automatically. Repeat this process on the right panel as well. Now open both of these panels to 90 degree. Go to 3D view. Select void extrusion, set the reference plane to this vertical side of panel. And Draw a design of your own choice. I want to create three openings, not kind of openings. I want to create a design within this door. So I am going to draw a design on this elevation and I'm going to extrude it. As it is a void extrusion, so it will create an opening in this solid door. Keep the extrusion locked to panel width. So if the panel changes its width, the extrusion also changes itself. Repeat this process on the right door panel as well. Now close the door by adding an angle of 0 degrees. Go to back elevation of door. Select void extrusion. Set the reference plane to panel height and draw a rectangle, actually two rectangles on this panel. Make an extrusion of 1 3/4 of an inch. Click OK. It will create an opening, two openings in this door. Repeat this process on the left door panel as well. Now I have to add glass material in these four openings. So I am going to select extrusion, set the reference plane to this horizontal side, and I am going to draw a rectangle at an offset of 1/4 of an inch. I am going to mark its height to the height of opening, and I am going to repeat this process on all the other three openings as well. Change its material to glass. Select the extrusion, slightly move it back to its position and lock it. So if the door changes its height, this glass extrusion will move along with it. Repeat this process on all the other three openings. Change the material of doors. I am giving it the material of walnut. The design of door is now complete. You can change its height, its width, and all of these reference planes will help it in keeping it in retaining its position and in retaining its form. I am going to add an arc from this point to this to mark the door swing. It is important to lock this arc at this point. So whenever the panel changes its angle, this arc will also change its length. Now I am going to add this door in my project. So go to ground floor, select door, upload the uh, family of door which you have saved, and place it wherever you want. I'm going to place it here. Go to 3D, and this is how it looks like at this place. You can change the height, the panel width, and the door will retain its form. Add a camera in plan view. render a draft image. It will take a while. This is how it looks like. I hope you like this tutorial. If you have any queries, feel free to ask. Also, if you want me to upload any specific project, just tell me and I will try to upload it as soon as possible. I will meet you guys in the next tutorial. Till then, goodbye and take care. And most importantly, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more tutorials.